Welcome back with a new math tutorial. In this video we are talking about convert metric units. What if I need to convert from centimeter to millimeter? We have a general rule. If you need to convert from the greatest unit to the smallest unit, you need to multiply. But if you need to convert from the smallest to the greatest unit, you need to divide. Now I will arrange the unit from the greatest to the smallest. The greatest unit that we have, which is kilometer. After that we have meter. The next one will be centimeter. After that will be millimeter. So if you need to convert from kilometer to meter, you just need to multiply it by 1000. And from meter to centimeter, just multiply by 100. From centimeter to millimeter, just multiply it by 10. Also in the opposite direction. Once we need to convert from the smallest unit to the greatest unit, you need to divide. From millimeter to centimeter, you just need to divide it by 10. From centimeter to meter, you just need to divide it by 100. But if we need to convert from meter to kilometer, we will divide it by 1000. So the main point, when we convert from the greatest unit to the smallest unit, just multiply. And from the smallest unit to the greatest unit, we will divide. So in this question, we need to complete the table. We have a relation now between the kilometer and meter. As we said before, 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. It means when you need to convert from kilometer to meter, just multiply it by 1000. But if you need to convert from meter to kilometer, you will divide it by 1000. Now we have 1 kilometer. To find, just multiply it by 1000, it will be 1 times 1000 will be 1000. And we just write it in ordered pair. What is the meaning of this ordered pair? It means for each 1 kilometer, it will be represented by 1000 meters. Now we have 2. As we said, to convert from kilometer to meter, we just multiply. So just multiply 2 by 1000. For multiplying by 10, 100, and 1000, and so on, number 1, put the zeros out. We have 3 zeros, so we'll put the zeros out. Now 2 times 1 equals 2. So it will be equals 2000. Now to write the ordered pair. The first number here represents the kilometer, which is 2. And the second one, which is meter. So it will be 2000. Again, one more time. We have 3 kilometers. We need to represent it, so it will be 3 multiplied by 1000. Number 1, put the zeros out. After writing the zeros out, so 3 multiplied by 1 will be equal to 3. So we have 3000. Now it will be equal 3 and 3000. Because the first number represents the number of kilometers, and the second one represents the number of meters. The fourth one, we have 4 multiplied by 1000. Because we said each 1 kilometer, it's represent 1000 meters. So it will be equals 4000. So now we have for each 4 kilometer, it will be represented by 4000 meters. And to try it in the order pair, it will be 4 and 4000. Because the first number here represents the number of kilometers and the second one represents the number of meters. At the second table, we have a relation between the centimeter and the millimeter. As we know that for each 1 centimeter, it's represent 10 millimeters. So to convert from centimeter to millimeter, just multiply it by 10. Because we convert from the greatest unit to the smallest unit, we will multiply. But if we need to convert from millimeter to centimeter, just we divide it by 10. From the greatest unit to the smallest unit, we multiply. But from the smallest to the greatest, we will divide. Now we have 1 centimeter. For each 1 centimeter to convert to be millimeter, we will just multiply. So it will be 1 times 10 will be equals to 10. Now we will write the ordered pair. The first number here will be represented by the number of centimeters. And the second number will be represented by the number of millimeters, which is 10. So the ordered pair now will be equals 1 and 10. For each 1 centimeter, it will be equivalent to 10 millimeters. Now we have 2. Just multiply 2 by 10. Because we said for each 1 centimeter, it will be equals 10 millimeters. So the answer now will be equals to 20. Just put the 0 out, then 2 times 1 equals 2. So the answer now is 20. So the ordered pair will be 2 and 20. Now 3. Just multiply 3 by 10. Put the 0 out. 3 times 1 will be equal to 3. And that will be equals to 30. So the ordered pair now will be 3 and 30. After that we have 4. 4 times 10, the answer now will be equals 4. So for each 4 centimeter, it will be represented by 40 millimeters. Now in this table, we have a relation between meter and centimeter. As we know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. From the greatest unit to the smallest unit, I will just multiply. So from meter to centimeter, we just multiply it by 100. And from centimeter to meter, we just divide it by 100. So to complete the table, now we have 5 meters. I need to find how many centimeters in 5 meters. So to convert from meter to centimeter, just multiply, because we convert from the greatest unit to the smallest unit. So we have 5. As we know that for each 1 meter is equals to 100. So we just multiply it by 100. From the greatest unit to the smallest unit, we will multiply. Put the 2 zeros out. And 5 times 1 will be equals 5. So the answer now is 500. So the ordered pair. The first number here will be represent the number of meter, which is 5. And the second one is the number of centimeter, which is 500. Now 6. Just multiply it by 100. Because we know for each 1 meter, it will be represented by 100 centimeters. Put the 2 zeros out. 6 multiplied by 1 will be equal 6. So we have 600. Now just write 6 outside and 600 at the second number. So we have here 7. Just multiply 7 times 100. Put the 2 zeros out. 7 times 1 will be equal 7. So that will be 700. To write the ordered pair for each 7 meter, it will be equals to 700 centimeters. For 8 will be just multiplied by 100. So the answer now will be equals 800. Now just write 800 out. For each 8 meter, it will be represented by 800 meters. Now we need to find the relation between the liter and milliliter. Liter and milliliter are the unit of measuring capacity. So for each 1 liter, it will be represented by 1000 milliliters. Liter is bigger than milliliter. So to convert from the greatest unit to the smallest unit, we just multiply. I will just multiply it by 1000. But once we need to convert from the smallest to the greatest, I will divide it by 1000. So 1 becomes 1000. We just multiply 1 times 1000. Now 2. 2 times 1000. Put the 3 zeros out. And 2 times 1 equals 2. So it will be equal to 2000. So the ordered pair now will be 2 and 2000. Now we have 3. Just multiply it by 1000, so the answer now will be equal to 3000. So we have 3 and 3000. Now for the ordered pair. For each 3 liter, it will be represented by 3000 milliliters. Now 4 will be the same. 4 just multiplied by 1000. So the answer now will be equal to 4000. So the number of milliliter will be equal to 4000. And the ordered pair for each 4 liter, it will be represented by 4000 milliliters. And that's how can we convert between the units. In this question, we need to find the value of each unknown. 6 liter is equal to how many milliliter? Now we have the biggest unit, which is liter. And we need to find the smallest unit, which is milliliter. We know that 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. So just write 6 without any change. Then multiply, because we convert from the greatest unit to the smallest unit. We know that 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. So just multiply 6 times 1000. Put the 3 zeros out. And 6 multiplied by 1 will be equal to 6. 5 meters is equal to how many centimeters? Just write 5 without any change. From meter to centimeter. Now we convert from the greatest unit to the smallest unit, as we arranged before the greatest unit, which is kilometer. After that we have meter. After that we have centimeter. The last one will be millimeter. So we convert from meter to centimeter. It means from the greatest to the smallest. So it means we will multiply. As we said, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So we just multiply it by 100. Put the 2 zeros out. 5 times 1 will be equal to 5. Now we have 2 kilograms. Kilograms and gram are the unit of measuring mass. And we know that kilogram is equal to 1000 grams. So we just write 2. Because we convert from the greatest unit to the smallest unit, just we will multiply. 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams. So we just multiply it by 1000. So the answer now will be equal to 2000. 5 centimeters equals to how many millimeters? Just write 5. Now we convert from the greatest unit to the smallest unit. Once you convert from the greatest to the smallest, you just need to multiply. We know that 1 centimeter is equals to 10 millimeters. So just multiply it by 10. So 5 times 10, the answer will be equals to 50. And that's how can we convert between the metric